I don't know what they are. I don't know what the prices
I
are.
looked at them and I didn't go any further because I just.
And are they advantageous to you? Is my question. Do you think that there are going to be services later on in the future that you may need, which may make the bundle cheaper? Because I'm not trying to make you pay something monthly. I don't know if they offer it monthly or yearly.
Cheaper both, but it's cheaper yearly, and if I did it, it would be yearly, annual.
Okay.
You save enough money to make it worth your while.
So if that's the cheaper option, then cool. Yeah. Now, what's going to happen is, say for instance, you wanted me to come out here and mount a TV somewhere. So instead of it being typical $129 or whatever it is, it'll be half off. That's how their subscription plan will work. It just cuts everything half off, which saves you in the long run because you won't be paying for so many things back to back to back. Same way with Best Buy. So if I needed them to come out and do a service, I have Total Tech. I can let them use it and go out there and they can mount the TV at my mother's house. Or I can go out there and do it, either or. But because of the time, I can allow them to do it, schedule, and knock everything out.
Gotcha.
So it's just what's most advantageous to you.
Well, I've never done that. When I was in Charlotte, I used a company. I'd have to look up the number or the name, but a company out of Concord that I'd call them, and for 10 years, I guess, when I was anyway, I was in Rock Hill, near Fort Mill, South Carolina. Is where my first office was. I'd call them up and get a number, and then they'd call me back and do everything virtual.
Right. That's
no one ever came out for those 10 years, and everything was fine. Never had to have any hardware stuff. And if I did, once or twice, I brought my laptop into them and left it for a day or two, or whatever, but never had anybody come in. So that was kind of pay as you go, and that worked fine because. And this is the first time I've needed anybody in 2 years, I guess.
That's why I said it has to be most advantageous to you.
Yeah, I'd say right now, unless there's just kind of a pay-as-you-go kind of thing, but I didn't know if it was. I'd have to look at it again. I just kind of, honestly, I Googled, and I Googled Geek Squad. And I knew what that was.
Right.
And my daughter and son-in-law live not too far over here.
Okay.
He had a bad experience with Geek Squad.
Oh no.
And I don't know what it was other than, so instead of Geek Squad, I went 2 or 3 down, and Hello Tech was the next rated, whatever. Anyway, that's kind of how I found you. But
got you. So it's not to be an advocate for Best Buy, but I could let you know some of the little secrets that go on. So if during any point in time of your service that took place with Best Buy and them having to fulfill a service, I don't know if it was dealing with like a washer, dryer, or TV, or whatever the case may have been. There's always an option to take whatever happened and get full return back and or get a upgrade to whatever you may have. Best Buy is really good at doing stuff like that because all you have to be is you're a paying customer.
So you work.
I work
for them also?
No. I used to be a sales associate. That's the only reason I know all these things. So I would have been the person that would have sold you the printer, the laptop, etc., etc. Right. But since I was so good as an associate in the store, I never like overselling people. I sold you what you need, not what you really wanted. And you can get a 75-inch TV, but do you want to pay $2,000 for it, or do you want to pay $700 for it? Right. You let me know in between where you want to pay, and we'll work it from there. That's the type of guy I was. So when it came to these products that you're dealing with every day, you have sometimes most advantageous avenues that you can take when it comes to setting these up. That's why I was saying Geek Squad isn't a bad thing. They just have secondary options that they use as a company. So they also have third-party people. If it was dealing with a TV or if it was dealing with some type of delivery that they went in, paid for, and had all their stuff done, whoever was the sales associate at the time kind of determines how that's going to go. So I either can tell you, hey, how long do you want your product? It's sitting right here. It's going to be there on the 26th of March, or I can get it to you the 12th, but it's going to be by third party. That conversation piece. Gotcha. Okay. That conversation piece is had. And when the person says, I want to get it to me early as possible, and they go with that option, it's a liable possibility of mishap that can happen in it. So we let people know that, or at least we try to let people know that.
Third parties kind of out of their control.
Right.
Is that what you're saying?
Best Buy can't control third party.
Right,
So if they would have wanted it at a later date, they would have gotten it properly delivered. But even if they did use a third party, Best Buy was responsible because they let the third party deliver.
Yeah.
They're worried more about getting it out than they are concerned about having it here. So if I can get it to you, I'm going to get this third party to do it. So that's why I'm saying to you that wherever he messed up on, where he could have had that issue resolved, he could have went right back to the store. They would have gave him not only his money back, stuff off, discounted, whatever it would have been. They would have worked their way to get it done.
Yeah.
And especially if I would have been that sales associate that would have had that going on, I would have had to get my manager involved. Like, hey, we need to do this to make sure that this client gets everything taken care of.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and again, I'm in sales now. I sell fire trucks.
Got you.
So selling is easy.
Yeah, selling is easy.
But that second sale and service is what makes the second and third, and it makes the customer.
Right.
So that's like anything. Whether you're selling widgets or fire trucks or printers or whatever. But
and I just learned to sell right. Just sell it right. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Exactly.
I'm not lying to you about
lie.
something.
Do what you say you're going to do and
yes.
do it on time, and you're a good salesman. Right? Honestly, it's pretty simple.
And people wonder why so many people enjoy me in the store. Like, hey, where's Mr. Goodman? I'm like, yeah, I got 3 other people waiting for me, man. You gotta hold off until I get some time.
Well, and again, that's a good thing. That's and as they all say, people buy from people. That's true, but at the same time, you just tell the truth, do your job, and,
that's it.
And you're going to be successful.